The first thing that I want you to do is I want you to pause this video and check your work with each of my steps. Next, we are going to regroup each of the terms in this step so that we can use our identity cards to simplify this statement. The card that I'm going to be using is sine squared theta plus cosine squared theta equals 1. Even though this card uses the term theta, this will also work for alphas and betas, which I have in my equation. So what I need to do is I need to pair up sine squareds and cosine squareds with the same angle variable. The first one I have is cosine squared alpha. So I need to match it with a sine squared alpha, which you see here. The next squared term that I come across is cosine squared beta. I need to pair it up with a sine squared beta. If I look at the second two pairings, they both have a -2 as a coefficient in front. So what I am going to do is I'm going to write a -2, and then in parentheses I'm going to put cosine alpha cosine beta plus sine alpha sine beta. As you can see, if I were to distribute the -2 back into the cosines and the sines, I would get those two terms as my output. So now I'm done regrouping that side of the equal sign. Now to regroup the right side of the equal sign, I have a cosine squared alpha minus beta, remember that that is one angle, and a sine squared alpha minus beta. I'm going to group those two first. Now that I have regrouped all of my terms, I can use my card here to simplify. Any sine squared and cosine squared of the same angle added together will give me 1. So those two give me 1, and those two give me 1. And they are being added together. Also, those two give me a +1. So if I am to rewrite my equation, 1 plus 1 gives me 2 minus 2 cosine alpha cosine beta plus sine alpha sine beta. The right side of my equation is going to be -2 cosine alpha minus beta, and those two ones give me +2. You may now resume the steps that were given to you to complete the proof of sum and difference identities.